So Florian has come all the way from France for the second time. First time we did the supercharger conversion, but he had a stock exhaust system. We made 270 horsepower or thereabouts. So he's been and put a full Akropovich exhaust on, and now he has 318 horsepower, and he's a very happy man.
Cool.
So he's just been for a test ride. He's come back all smiles. So this is Florian.
Good job.
Good job.
Very good job. Yes.
So he's a happy man, and he can go back
Yes.
to France and kill the opposition.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
It's a pleasure working with you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay. Okay. Well, it's been a heavy dyno week this week. I've been trying to get cars, bikes finished. Backs against the wall. Billy's bike's been a pig. Been working on this. We have the fuel pump in the tank feeding outboard pump. Do this quite often. It works pretty well. Gets good pressure to the outboard pump. But the in-tank pump decided it was going to seize, so we lost all fuel pressure. So I thought, well, the outboard tank is below the fuel tank. Let's just gravity feed it. So I modified all the guts of the tank, the pump housing, kept the filter that was in there. I thought a good quality filter from Harley was probably a good move. So we got the filter in there, feed to the pump, out of the pump regulator, boost sensitive regulator, fuel to the injectors.
Yeah, not waiting for any lag to disappear.
75. And you notice that the fuel pressure was jumping up and down a bit. Wasn't too sure what was going on with it. It's the vibration of the bike, because baby, these things vibrate. So that was jumping around. So we played around a bit more, and we started to get somewhere. And it seemed like the gauge was only moving at a certain frequency halfway through the power band, so we thought we got somewhere. And then the fuel gauge dropped right off and the engine stopped working. So I thought, what now? Fuel pump's still working. Quality fuel lab regulator, what's going on? So I've just had the regulator apart, nothing wrong with the regulator. Fuel pump's pumping pressure, so it's got to be down to something in the tank. So tomorrow we've got to pull the housing out, have a look, see what's causing us lack of fuel flow. So we get the fuel flow sorted, and hopefully we've got some horsepower. I mean, it's looking really promising. We're still making in excess of 250 horsepower with ridiculous fuel flow problems. So I still think we can go up towards 300 horsepower like we had last year, but with a better fuel setup, something that's going to be reliable, something that's going to be more drivable. So we've got 2 small injectors running on all low speed settings, and then 2 big injectors come in when we're under high boost, because this baby is making 24 pound a boost at the rev limit. So she's making going to make some good horsepower. Just got to get there. Just got to get there. Anyway, that's Billy's. We're on it, Billy. You know it. Good thing that we have now, through the trials and tribulations of Dynojet, with the Power Vision, as we've got a grudge box in there with different gearbox ratios. We had no gear ratios, which was limiting the throttle angle at high RPM. So now we've got gear ratios, we've got full throttle all the way to the rev limit. So we're making headway. Next on the runway, another Harley. So Ross's Harley is all ready to go. It's low boost. We're going to be running about 10 PSI boost max. Just got the license through, because he had this setup normally aspirated by somebody else, and we needed the Power Vision license. So we got the Power Vision license through. So early part of next week, we'll have this baby on the dyno, and hopefully we'll see some really nice horsepower with it, because it's got a very good setup. You know, we've got some CNC ported cylinder heads, 64mm throttle body. It should work pretty well. Got an RS 468 cam. And these monster exhaust pipes, I'm not going to call them silencers because they don't silence anything. They are just monstrously loud exhaust pipes. Again, he's got a grudge box in there to take the power. And really looking forward to getting this one going. It's a lovely, lovely bike. Okay, Anton's Atom. We're still waiting for the Flash Pro. Unknown to me, the importers didn't have any stock of Flash Pros to suit the American K20 Honda engine. They didn't have any stock, so I'd give them the serial number and all sorts of stuff. They got the Flash Pro coming to them. It arrived just as they closed for a week's holiday. So the Flash Pro sat there, we're sat here, and we can't do any work until the Flash Pro arrives, which should be next Tuesday. So, Anton, next Tuesday, we should be doing some dyno work. Hopefully, we'll give you everything we promised. Thank you very much. So, as you can see, the Haas BF2 is in bits yet again. Courtesy of a lot of engineers who don't know what the hell they're doing. I've now got a very good engineer who's sorted out so many problems. I entrusted an issue to a service company. I won't say who they are, but they're going to go to court. Colossal amount of incompetence. This machine has basically been out of service for a year or more. In fact, it was October 21. So 22, yeah, October 21. So they've, all the issues that I've had with the bed and pour finish and everything have been sorted out, but the tool changer was jamming up. And so I got my new engineer back and he had a look at it, only to find that the new spindle that was put in didn't have the right preload on the drawbar because the springs in the drawbar, conical spring stack, and that stack wasn't tall enough. So we've got the spindle out, the drawbar out, and that's just gone off to be set up properly. And then Dave's coming back and putting it all back together. And hopefully this machine will run for a good period of time without any more issues. And the issues that it had were minor, and they were just compounded by total incompetence of incompetent engineers in inverted commas. If you guys out there are doing CNC work, you know what I'm talking about. There are a lot of idiots out there posing as repair engineers for CNC machines, and they don't know what they're doing. They have caused me chaos. This machine has been down now since October 2021. So somebody's got to pay. Okay, so tomorrow, my new tech isn't in tomorrow, and Tim is upstairs only working a half a day tomorrow on some packing and sorting out orders. So next week, we've got the Rocket 3 coming down at long last for pistons, cams, supercharger kit. So we're really looking forward to doing a good video on this and helping people understand what's involved. So this is going to be the same spec as the previous one, which is still here, waiting to be collected. So we know exactly what we're doing with this, and we should be able to get a really good result. So it's another 300 plus horsepower Rocket 3 that will be hitting the streets in the next 4 or 5 weeks. We've got the French GSX-R1000. We're well in with that now. The GSX-R1000, that's well underway. So the engine's been out. We put rods, pistons, set the compression at 9.5 to 1. Got the little C15 supercharger on it. Just got the drive pulley to fit, and a little bit of pipe work up here, going up through inside that duct and up and through here with a couple of silicons and a bit of aluminium bends. Oil cooler, we've got one oil cooler line to make up to go from there to here. So that's no big deal. We should soon get that done. So next week, this baby will be up and running and off to its customer in France. So that's a good one. I'm really pleased to see that we've got on a long way with that now. We're almost there. We're almost there with so many jobs. Some of them have gone out now. So that's that one. Rocket 3, that's just waiting to be collected. Super Booster, still being ragged to death and performing faultlessly. We're at Santa Pod on Saturday. I've got a bit of a different setup on the rear suspension. I'm going to tie the front down, see if we can get a bit closer to the 8-second run. We did a 9.2 with Carwow, 9.263 with a 166 60 foot. So I think that the pod, if the track's good and it's not too hot, it's only going to be 29 degrees allegedly, so it might be a bit of a cooker. But we're going to see if we can fine tune a few things and see if I can get a little bit closer to that 8-second run. Harley V-Rod, that's being pulled down tomorrow stroke Monday, Tuesday. Supercharger kit going on that. So we'll get that turned around pretty quick. It's a nice, easy, simple kit. We've got the power commander in for it, so we'll soon be able to get that mapped and out the door, hopefully. The bobber's ready to go. That's going out the door ASAP. Just got to contact the customer. CB1000, this is the CB1000 that we did the very first CB1000 supercharger kit, and it's had several owners over the past few years, but it's still going strong, or was, except if you remember last time I spoke to you, somebody had been messing around with the fueling system. So we've got that all fixed, and again, this is just ready for the customer to come and pick up. Feels nice to say, and just ready for the customer to pick up. That's really nice. Something can leave this place. Yes. Yeah, so that's it for today, gents. If you like the subscribers, great. If you love what we do, if you want us to do more of what we do, just keep hitting those subscribe buttons and hopefully we'll be able to put some more stuff together for you. Yeah, so don't forget to watch our video behind the scenes with Carwow when we was with the Gira and played and I kicked their ass with the Super Booster. So go and look at that video behind the scenes of what had been going on and some of the racing and of course the little bit of winning and prove that you don't need £3.5 million to go really fast. Yeah, so that was a nice day out. It took me a week to recover from it, but yeah, it was good. It was good fun and really lovely people to work with.